Hi guys. Um, Tonight I want to rant a little bit about politics. They always say not to discuss politics, religion, things like that with people because it's such a hot subject. And they're right, it is. Sorry, I look terrible tonight. I'm just tired and got a sore shoulder tonight. But anyway, um, what I'm sitting there thinking about is everybody wants to blame all the problems about Obama on just what he's done during the time he's been in office. And all I can say is I do support democracy. And what we have at the moment is democracy. I have watched president after president in my 51 years send our soldiers to war, make decisions that are not always good for the public. And everyone wants to say that that president's a bad president, that the next president's a bad president, that this president and that president should be able to solve the problems of the world and solve every problem the United States has. Well, it has taken many decades to create the fiscal concerns and the problems that we have today. It has taken many, many, many years of people overspending, overextending themselves, buying a new car every year, buying this, that, and anything else they can think of just because everybody else has one, and putting it on credit. Then the banks fail because there's been too much credit extended. They don't have the money to keep going, so what do? They have to go to the president, they have to go to Congress, and they have to request for us to bail them out of the problem. So, what do? We bail them out of the problem. Why? Because if we don't bail them out of the problem, then the fiscal concerns are even worse because more people are losing their money and there's no way to get it back. So, did he make a decision early in his terms to bail out the credit card companies and several businesses? Yes, he did. Some of those businesses paid the money back immediately. A lot of these banks at least were able to get back on their feet and not close their doors to the public. When some of the banks started closing, people went into a mass panic believing that every single bank was going to fail. And I don't care what any of y'all say, there is nothing innately wrong with the way he handled the situation. Any other president that was in office would have done the same. As far as people saying he doesn't support the military, he doesn't support the citizens, he is doing as much as he is allowed to do with the Congress's approval. We don't know both sides of the story. We will never know both sides of the story. It is not for everyone in the United States to be able to know every single thing that goes on in the government, minute by minute, day by day, hour by hour, year by year. We don't know it all. We will never know it all. And a lot of times the press gets it wrong. I have been part of the military. I was also the wife of a military veteran. You know, I do not believe for one moment Obama or any other president is going to absolutely undermine our military system by not supporting its soldiers. Now, some of the decisions they make may be seen as incorrect or may be seen as something that not everyone is going to approve of. Well, not every decision you make, I make, or the president makes is going to be popular with every other person that is involved in it. And as far as I'm concerned, they keep saying, oh, Obama's, doing this, Obama's doing that, Obama's, he wants our, not to support children and as far as I have ever heard, I have never heard him say that he thinks that children need to die, that he is supporting killing unborn babies. Maybe something he did or a decision he made may be construed as that. But even if that were true, and I'm not saying it is because I don't know the whole story, then he is going to be the one that ultimately, at the end of his life, has to face that decision with whatever maker he is involved with. If he's Christian, if he's Islamic, if he's Mormon, if he's Christian, if he's, yeah, Catholic, Protestant, whatever he is, and whatever anyone else is, they have to be the ones to deal with the decisions that they made in their life. It is not up to you. It is not up to me. It is not up to any other person on this earth to sit down and judge them. That is not our job. Our job is to take care of our families. Our job is to make sure our lives are as good as we can possibly make them. Are we always going to make 100% of the right decisions? No. Nobody's perfect. Nobody ever will be. We do what we can as much as we can, and we go on. And that's what we have to do no matter who the president is. This problem took many decades to create. This problem will take many more to either fix or get beyond repair. And in the meantime, he's not the only one out there causing the problem. We have congressmen that go right along with anything that the constituents want, even if it's not something that is going to be beneficial to the general public in the long run. And as far as Obamacare, none of us know everything that's involved in that. None of us ever will. Unless you sit down and read every single word of every single page and understand every single word of every single page, you're not going to know the whole story. All I can say is at least he tried to get every single citizen some type of health care. And in this day and age, there are many people out here who do not have health care, cannot get health care through their job, and they are left uninsured, going to the hospitals, making large bills that they are never, ever going to be able to pay. At least this may, and I'm not saying it will, it may create some kind of solution to the people who need it. Now, I can't say that everybody's going to love him to death the rest of their lives for it. And I can't say that it's going to be beneficial to every single citizen of the United States. But by gosh, he made a grand gesture and he tried. And as far as I'm concerned, if any of y'all think you can do any better, run for office, get elected, and show me. Thanks.